All right, here we go. Day 2 of vertex forms. So this is the general form of the equation. And a couple of things that we need to know here. We touched on it when we talked about it the other day. Whenever you see something in parentheses, it's the opposite of what's in parentheses. So the vertex here is HK, all right? But since the parentheses has a minus sign, it's going to look like the opposite of what's in the parentheses. So, for example, if I would have this, what is the vertex? Well, I take the opposite of what's in parentheses, so my vertex here would be 7, 4. It's the opposite of what's in parentheses and exactly what's outside. We don't mess around with what's outside. We can go into some long, complicated algebraic explanations, or you can just trust me. It's the opposite of what's in parentheses. So this number here is what it's always been. All right, that's our stretch. Or if it's negative, it's going to flip it upside down. So this right here is our shift. It's going to take my vertex HK, okay? So it would be 7, 4 in this. I go right 7, up 4. I put my vertex, and then I could play with my graph from there because I know it would be stretch 3, so then I could just graph it right away. So let's take a look at that. One other thing of note, the axis of symmetry still goes through your vertex, so H, the axis of symmetry, is going to be x equals whatever that h is. So this would be 7. So the axis of symmetry is x equals h. Whatever number is there, that's your axis of symmetry. So that's important to remember because it does help you graph this. All right. So let's take a look. Graph. On mine, right? So, where is the vertex of this function? -2, 3. The opposite of what's in parentheses, exactly what's outside. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go left 2, up 3, and I'm going to put my vertex. Okay. Now, if I want to graph this, a normal curve, right? So a normal curve is here. It goes 1, 1. It goes 2, 4. Keep that in mind, all right? We have that normal curve here. I'm going to take the normal curve and I'm giving it upside down. Oh, I didn't see upside down. I'm going to fix my graph. While I'm talking to you, I'm going to go upside down and stretch 2. So I went 2, 3. Normal would be 1, 1. That'd be right there. So I'm going upside down and stretch 2. Upside down puts me here. Stretch 2, double that, right there. So instead of being 1, 2, or instead of being 1, 1, I'm 1, 2. Stretch it. So the next one is 2, 4. So normally I would be 2, 4. And again, remember, I'm getting these numbers from the original graph. Plug in 0, get 0. Plug in 1 of y equals the original graph we started with. 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9. This is how you base all of your graphing on, by memorizing and just knowing this chart which came from the original function. So now we know I've taken the original function, I've gone left 2, up 3 for my vertex. Left 2, up 3 for my vertex. That's what those are doing. And this is my -2 stretch. So now, I've taken these and multiplied them by -2. Flip them upside down and stretch them. So now, instead of being a 1, 1, it's 1 down 2. Instead of being 2, 4, 2, 4, it's 2 down 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so now I got a pretty good idea. I'm not going to go all the way to negative 18, but I've got my symmetry. So I know that this point is symmetrical over here, and this point is symmetrical over here. So I've got a nice curve. Use the original idea that comes from the very first function we graphed, and then manipulate it according to what the problem tells you. This is going to tell you right or left, do the opposite of what you see. This is going to tell you up or down, do exactly what you see. That sets your vertex. And this is going to tell you how much you stretch it when you are counting your next points. All right? Let's do it again. So, what is the vertex of this function? Opposite, exactly. 1, 6. Right 1, up 6. So now, I'm thinking the original was 1, 1. I'm going to multiply that by 3, so I'm going 1, 3. From here, I'm not going to the point 1, 3. I'm going right 1, up 3. I don't have a whole lot of graph here because this thing is out of control real fast. The next one will be 2, 4 is going to be 2, 12. So that means right 2, up 12. I'm way out there. So this one here is going to be the symmetry. My graph's off a little bit. Symmetry will be here, here. So I put my vertex at 1, 6. And then I just used the stretch. I used that original relationship and stretched it 3. So 1, 1 to 1, 3. Use the symmetry. See if you can graph number 7. So where's the vertex? Yeah. Vertex is negative 4, negative 2. Left 4, down 2. So I take that original, 1, 1, and do half. So that gives me 1 up a half. Kind of hard to graph, but put it right there. 2, 4. From here, normal would be 2, 4. So I'm going 2 up 2. Again, I'm not going to the point 2, 2. I'm using the relationship. If it helps you, write that chart down. And understand it's not telling you a specific point now, it's giving you directions. So this would be still 0, this would be 0.5, this would be 2, this would be 4.5, and this would be 8. And I'm telling you how far to go from the vertex. I'm telling you to go 1 up a half, right 1 up a half. I'm telling you to go right 2 up 2, right 2 up 2. There's my next point. I want to mess with halves, right 4 up 8, right 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're right there. Okay? So I use the original, adjust for the stretch, and then use my symmetry. To finish out my parabola. All right. So this goes back to some other stuff we talked about the other week. If I have a function g of x and I subtract 3, what is that doing to g of x? Yeah, dropping the whole thing down. Okay, so I take whatever g of x is and slide the whole thing down to get my new function. Let's go one more graph here. Graph this. So with my vertex, there you go. Left 8, up 4. There's my vertex. Use, what's it gonna do? Yeah, so again, I can mentally run through that chart. 0, 0, 1/2, 2, 2. I can go 3, 4.5, or I can just put my symmetry on it right there. And there's my parabola. Use those relationships we talked about in the very beginning, manipulate them according to the stretch, and go from there. All right, you know the drill. Get them out, get to work, ask questions.